The following paid program does not necessarily reflect the views of this station, its staff, or Clear Channel Media and Entertainment.
It's time to enter the world of real estate in Oahu with Hawaii's only true real estate radio show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. For the next full hour, Hawaii's premier real estate leader, Adrienne Lally, and Attilio Leonardi will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, Adrienne and Attilio.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any real estate questions, you can reach us at 799-9596. That's 799-9596, or on the web at teamlally.com, and that's Lally.
Well, hey, everybody, this is Attilio. I was out trick-or-treating. I was dressed up like maybe one of the zombies from the Walking Dead. Anyway, I was knocking on the door. A lady opens the door. She starts, I say, trick or treat. She starts asking me a bunch of tax and legal questions. I say, hey, those are great tax and legal questions. I highly recommend you seek the appropriate licensed professional. And then I said, but Mom, what other questions do you have? So if you hear of anything on the show, sounds like legal advice, Adrienne, who should they run that by?
They should call the attorneys with heart, Kane and Heron.
And anything like tax advice, hey, Google it or go, I don't know, go check out your HR block.
Go find a local
Speaking
CPA.
of a local CPA, if you're interested in being a sponsor of this awesome real estate show, why don't you give us a call? What number, Adrienne?
They can call us at 799-9596.
We have a huge client database. We'd love to be able to have that CPA or accounting firm that we could refer all these clients to.
And all their tax questions.
Yeah, and all their, anyway, business.
Yes, so I have a couple of quotes, and then we're going to bring Gabe Amey on for the VA tip of the week.
Okay.
All right, so this one is from Lucille Ball. One of the things I learned the hard way was that it doesn't pay to get discouraged. Keeping busy and making optimism a way of life can restore your faith in yourself. All right, and then this other one is from
So
Ernest.
serious for Lucille Ball.
I know.
We didn't know she was so serious.
She's got a serious side, but she's serious about her optimism. All right, Ernest Hemingway. I like to listen. I've learned a great deal from listening carefully. Most people never listen.
You know he was an alcoholic.
Were you listening to me?
No, I was thinking about,
Something else, obviously.
what'd you say?
You're thinking about him being alcoholic. So I
Ernest
should read it
Hemingway.
again. I should read it again. Are you listening?
Yeah, go ahead.
I like to listen. I have learned a great deal from listening carefully. Most people never listen.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, most people are going to say, excuse me, what'd you say? What's the next quote?
That's it.
No, what about Earl Nightingale?
Oh, I read that one last week.
No, read it again.
Read it again.
Yeah.
All right. And then we'll bring Gabe Amey on
Sure.
from Hawaii VA Loans. All right. Learn to enjoy every minute of your life. Be happy now. Don't wait for something outside of yourself to make you happy in the future. Think how really precious is the time that you have to spend, whether it's at work or with your family. Every minute should be enjoyed and savored.
You know, if that doesn't work, there's always alcohol and Netflix.
Why is your answer to everything alcohol today? Were you out partying last night?
You know, actually, I had like 2.5 beers. That's it.
All right. So speaking of 2.5 beers, we have Gabe Amey from Hawaii VA Loans.
Mm-hmm.
On the line.
Attilio, at our age, 2.5 beers goes a long way.
That's
right?
it.
That's all we need.
That was over like a 5-hour period, too.
And who would have thought that Lucille Ball was so deep?
I know.
Stay busy and keep optimistic. I mean,
Yeah, visually, I'm thinking of her shoving all the chocolates in her mouth on that conveyor
Right.
belt skit she was doing.
she's breaking it down for us.
Yep.
So let me break it down for you guys on the VA tip of the week for this week. The last few weeks have been getting really detailed and deep into all these VA rules, and I want to try and bring it back and revisit just really the reasons why someone who's eligible for a VA loan would actually want to use their VA loan benefits. So let's talk about the top 3 benefits of a VA loan. That's only eligible for those service members who are eligible for a VA loan. So, number one, the biggest thing, the most common or the most attractive benefit I would say is VA loans. You don't have to put a down payment. So it's one of only 2 loan programs out there that you can do 100% financing, no down payment.
Mm-hmm.
The only other loan program that you can do no down payment is called the USDA loan. That's a great loan too, but there's more restrictions with USDA loan. There's income limitations, and the big restriction is you only can use a USDA loan in certain areas, rural areas. So it's great if you want to buy in, say, Waianae or Waimanalo, but not if you're going to buy in town or Pearl City. So, again, the big benefit with VA loans, no down payment requirements.
So Gabe, with the VA loan, you could technically purchase the home and not have anything down and not have your first mortgage payment due for another 30?
Another 45 days, So that's one of the big things is people who don't have a whole lot of money in the bank, they don't have to put 10, 20% down. You don't have to put anything down. So that's a huge benefit.
So they could get into a home for less than, if they were to go rent a home, they got to come up with the first month's rent plus the security deposit.
Right? And,
so,
and so say you're renting for $2,500. Well, right when you get into the door, you're going to be paying $5,000 for your first month's rent and security deposit, which would buying a home with a VA loan, you can come in with no money out of pocket. And so that leads into the second big benefit, there's reduced closing costs. With a VA loan, there's certain fees that a veteran cannot pay for, the VA non-allowables, and this typically saves the veteran around $2,000 in closing costs that they would have if they used any other loan program. So combined with no down payment, reduced closing costs, just reiterating the fact that you don't need that much money at all in the bank to purchase a home. And actually, we've helped people close with pretty much no money in the bank, or they got money back. So that's nice.
Now
you do have to pay for your escrow deposit, which is usually, minimum of $1,000. So you should make sure you have at least $1,000 in the bank for that. But other than that, we can structure it where you're not coming in with anything else.
So Gabe, you're what you're saying is that they can roll in their closing costs into the loan and not come out of pocket?
On a purchase, it's a little difficult to roll in their closing costs. Now, there's ways we can structure it so that you're not paying closing costs out of pocket. And there's 2 ways. If you can get a seller credit and have the sellers pay for your closing costs, that will help. Or number 2, if you structure your loan with rebate pricing, meaning, let's say instead of getting a rate at 4%, you're going to get a rate at 4.25%. What that does is it's going to increase your monthly payments, but you may get, let's say, 1% back. Or on a $400,000 loan, you'll get $4,000 back to you at closing to cover all your closing costs. So there's ways to structure it so you're not paying anything out of pocket. And then that's the goal for us as loan specialists is to look at your unique situation and tailor your loan to what best fits your needs. So that's what we do. Now, number 3, the last big benefit that you're not going to get with any other loan program is traditionally, if you don't put 20% down in any loan program, you're going to have to pay what's called mortgage insurance. Now, mortgage insurance is insurance that doesn't insure the buyer. It actually insures the lender in case you default, but the buyer has to pay the premiums. And this premium can cost anywhere from $200 to $500 a month. And it's just additional monthly expense that ideally you don't want to have. With VA loans, even though you're not putting any down payment, you don't have to pay mortgage insurance. So that's a huge benefit, which helps veterans either qualify for a bigger loan amount, or basically reduces their monthly loan payments. So between no down payment requirements, reduced closing costs, and no mortgage insurance required, these are 3 huge benefits allowed for those who are eligible for a VA loan that's not available with most other programs.
All right. So you're hitting the tip of the iceberg for all the education that someone should get regarding a VA loans. Now, I'm going to guess that you guys do quite a bit of these and you know a lot of them because your website's called HawaiiVALoans.com.
Yeah, that is our specialty. So, yeah, we do. We've been specializing in VA loans since 2007 here in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there's definitely some unique nuances to this program that, you know, since we've been doing this program for so long, we can definitely sort through it and make sure that the veterans is getting, you know, the right information so they can make the best decision for, you know, for their situation.
Now, I know you guys have educational opportunities every once in a while, and you guys are so dedicated to veterans. You actually moved to where most of the veterans are buying homes. You guys moved to Kapolei. I know you guys can meet someone anywhere, but your guys' office and your education, where is that and when do you do them?
Yeah, so we do seminars every month. In fact, our office is in Kapolei, but our next seminar is going to be on November 12th in Kailua. So
right on.
In Kailua, Morning Brew Cafe upstairs. It's going to be on November 12th. So if you're interested and you're on the windward side, want to get educated, go to our website, HawaiiVALoans.com, and register for our next seminar on November 12th.
Yes.
All right, and what's a good number, Gabe, for our listeners to reach you at?
You can always reach us at 808-792-4251, 792-4251.
All right.
All right, thanks so much, Gabe, for all of the helpful tips about VA loans, and give him a call. He knows what he's talking about.
Thanks, Gabe.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right, so in case you missed it, that was 792-4251. Give Gabe and his crew a call if you are remotely interested in just getting educated about a VA loan. And certainly if you want to get one, check out their website, HawaiiVALoans.com. That's HawaiiVALoans.com.
All right, and we have Duke Kimhan on the line with the property management tip of the week. Are you there, Duke?
Hello. Happy weekend.
Hello.
Beautiful out.
Yep.
Yes, thanks for calling. So this is Duke Kimhan with Keller Williams Honolulu Property Management.
Well, the tip of the week is get a background check done on your tenants. 90% of the time, they don't discover anything different from what they tell you, but that 10% is going to make a difference, and it may keep you out of court, and it may keep you out of eviction court.
Mm-hmm. I guess the 10% could be things like asking your landlord if they press charges.
Well, I mean, our background checks, we check credit, criminal, and rental history, which up until about 5 years ago didn't exist.
Yes.
So Equifax just started a rental portion of their background checks to be added in as a free service to what they offer.
Mm-hmm.
So when we pull up the tenant's application with all their pertinent information, I have been able to discover assault, battery, domestic violence, bankruptcies, foreclosures, non-payment of rent. Those things do come up.
Yeah.
And it's alarming when it does because most of the time the people don't tell you about that.
Yeah.
So if you're out there trying to rent your home on your own, can they get access to these background searches, or is this really only for licensed property managers?
Most of the people have to actually be a part of a system where they pay a membership for, or they're going to pay per charge, per check. You can find those things online, but none of them check all three. You're going to get one or the other. But our service with Attilio, which is our back-of-the-house system, checks those three things for our tenant screening.
Yeah.
Very, very important in today's rental market.
I don't know about you, but I don't even manage my own properties. I let Duke manage that because, to be honest with you, Super Bowl Sunday, I don't want to get a call about a stuck toilet. I want Duke to get that call.
Thank you. Yes, and it definitely will make your life a lot easier because we do have professional trade services that are associated with our company that do give us contract pricing.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys offer this rent guarantee? Could you tell us a little bit more
No
about
way.
that?
Did you say rent guarantee? What is that?
If we don't rent your home in 30 days, we'll pay you the rent.
What? You'll pay the rent?
You pay the rent?
We will. A lot of people are shocked that we do offer that, but most of our properties rent in 30 days or less, and unless there's a cleanliness issue, a timing issue where you're between PCS moves, or you're overpriced. So those are most of the three reasons that your unit is not renting, or you're not advertising. So we advertise on all the major websites, and we monitor them daily. We also send the feedback to the owner when we do showings, let them know, what the people are saying about their unit.
Yeah.
So where could our listeners go to get more information about your services and this rental guarantee that you offer?
Well, you can go to rentguarantee.com or our website, which is KWHIPM.com, or just call us direct at 445-9223.
All right, that's 445-9223. Speaking of your marketing, I like the fact that you guys do video tours. Listen, if you're a property owner out there and you don't have a video tour of your property, you're
missing out.
You're missing out on all those renters, the good renters, the ones that pay on time.
With no criminal background.
They don't have human body parts in pickle jars.
The good ones. They're on YouTube watching.
They're on YouTube watching. And, some of them from the mainland that are moving here, they're going to go to our clients or your clients' rentals because you got the video tours on them.
We do.
Yeah. For
all of our rentals, we treat them just like a multiple listing.
Yep.
And we give them a bunch of pictures professionally done. They're really high quality. And we also offer a video tour.
Yeah.
And I asked the people, did you watch the video? And they go, yeah, it looks great. We want to see it. I said, well, when you go in the house, it looks exactly like the video.
Yeah.
And when I meet them at the house, they go, hey, you're right. Looks exactly like the video.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Duke, for calling in with that awesome tip of the week. If any of our listeners want to get a hold of you, that's 445-9223 or KWHIPM.com.
All right. Thanks, Gabe.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Duke.
Aloha.
So.
All right. Bye-bye. So we're going to take a quick break.
Quick reminder, though, give Duke a call because he's going to give you a free rental analysis, no obligation.
That's right. Give him a call. All right. And don't go too far. When we come back, we have some special guests from iHeart Media joining us.
Yes.
It's your friend Sean Hannity, and I can tell you firsthand from moving across this great country that bad advice from a real estate agent can cost you time and a whole lot of money. You, however, have a great team of great Americans right there in your backyard that puts their money where their mouths are and takes the stress out of selling a home. I'm talking about Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally at Keller Williams Realty. They have a system for attracting buyers that's so effective they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and a deadline that you agree to, or will have it bought for cash. Now, how can they do this? Simple. The average realtor sells less than 10 homes a year and attracts a handful of buyers a month. Now, Adrienne and Attilio spend thousands of dollars every month to attract hundreds of buyers and help sell your home for 18% more money than the traditional agent. Now, they are so confident that you'll be happy, they also offer you a one-day listing agreement. Now, if they don't live up to their guarantees, they let you out of the contract. No questions asked. Adrienne and Attilios outsell 99% of the agents in Hawaii by targeting both local and out-of-state buyers. Call the agents that I personally recommend. That's Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally at Keller Williams Realty at 799-9596. That's 799-9596. Or online at guaranteedsale.com.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. To sell your home on time for the most money, you need a sharp agent with a marketing strategy that creates the most demand. Bottom line, you need a partner willing to put their own money on the line for you.
In Hawaii, I would hire Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi. Their marketing strategy is so effective that if your home doesn't sell on terms you agree to, Team Lally will buy it.
Partner with the team I trust. Go online or call and get your home sold.
Are you a veteran interested in purchasing a home? If so, you qualify for the great benefits allowed by the VA Home Loans Program. Benefits like no down payment required, reduced closing costs, and flexible qualifying guidelines.
Hawaii VA Loans is Hawaii's VA loan specialist who can educate you on all these benefits and help you get on track with being pre-approved for a VA loan.
For more information on how you can tap into this great resource, go to hawaiivaloans.com to download their free 24-page ebook. As a special bonus, after downloading the informative guide, you'll be instructed on how you can earn a $1,000 closing cost credit on your next home purchase.
So what are you waiting for? Get your free VA loan ebook and earn a $1,000 closing credit by going to hawaiivaloans.com or give them a call at 792-4251. That's 792-4251. We recommend Fidelity National Title Insurance Company for your next real estate transaction.
Through its nationwide network of direct operations and agents, Fidelity National Title provides title insurance, underwriting, escrow, and closing services to consumers.
Check them out at fidelitynationaltitle.com or fntic.com.
Hi, I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
There are a lot of choices out there.
It's important to make the right choice when it comes to a realtor.
This client felt they made the right choice.
We'd like to share their thoughts with you.
I would say that Team Lally is more professional. Also, they are more thorough. They provide more than just their services are excellent. They'll provide you with other services. They keep you updated, let you know what's going on. I was never I was never lost as far as knowing what went on, but every step of the way they kept in touch and let me know what's going on. I would have no problem referring them.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
If you're looking for an outstanding insurance agent that will personally help you during the moment of truth, we recommend Bradley Maruyama with Allstate Insurance.
So, Attilio, what do you mean by the moment of truth?
Well, the best insurance is the insurance you never have to use, but we know that's not how life works. So when life happens, you can count on Bradley and his team to exceed your expectations for your insurance needs.
Keep in mind that when buying a home, the cost of home insurance should be taken into consideration. I trust Bradley with my own personal home, so you should give him a call. Call Bradley with Allstate Insurance at 591-8016. Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or We'll Buy It. If you have any real estate questions, you can reach us at 799-9596. That's 799-9596, or on the web at teamlally.com. And that's Lally. All
right, so we want to give a big Team Lally Real Estate Radio Show welcome to our in-studio guests. Yeah, it's been a while since we had in-studio guests.
I don't remember the last time we had an in-studio guest. They're all call-ins.
I think the last time we stopped it was after that shooting incident, and we said no more in-studio guests. No, we didn't have a shooting incident.
No, we had a guest that was late incident, and it was stressful.
And we wanted to shoot him. That was the shooting incident. No.
No.
We were late. We were on a radio show the other day, and we were late.
Yeah, shame on us.
Yeah. Anyway. So who are our guests?
So our guests are from iHeart Media.
Mm-hmm.
We have Shawn
and Rudi.
And
why don't you guys introduce yourselves and tell us what you do?
Well, my name's Shawn Briggs. I work for iHeart Media. I'm an account executive here, and basically we work doing both creative and sales for the team. We help come up with commercials and advertising campaigns for different companies in Oahu.
Okay.
And you're helping us.
Yes,
with our advertising campaign. So thank you very much for your hard work.
My pleasure.
Rudi, tell us about yourself. How long you been in? Give us the story.
Oh my God, been in business a long time. Well, I started my career back in California.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually born and raised here in Honolulu, but moved to California, went to Fresno State, ended up getting into the broadcast industry, God, 25 years ago. So
Wow.
yeah, so I've been in it for quite some time, but been back to Hawaii about 8 years now. Great to be back home.
All right. So we want to talk about the business of radio. And, we just talk radio. We know we got like other realtors, business owners that listen in, and they want to know, what's something different or unique that I could do with my marketing. So tell us about the business of radio. And if I'm a business owner, how could I increase my business by utilizing radio?
There's many different ways. Obviously, putting out a commercial is going to get your name out to the public, so they're going to hear what you offer and what you do. But we also do a lot of, community tie-ins, community events. We do a lot of events. Like right now, we're doing a malasada eating contest for Leonard's. It's his first annual.
Sign me up.
Oh my God. Malasadas.
Oh, yes. There's been plenty of malasadas around the station recently.
Yeah.
At least twice a week.
Yes, I'm not complaining about that, definitely.
And everybody's like practicing, right? I'm just, I'm on this fourth one. I'm just practicing for the contest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we do a lot of promotions, some added value, as we call it in the radio jargon.
Yeah. Talk about added value here. I got a free 99 one for you. You're going to call Shawn. And if you're a small business owner here on Oahu, or, even if you're in the state of Hawaii and you're visiting Oahu on a Saturday between 11 a.m. and 12 noon, and let's say you want us to interview you and talk about your business for a good 30 minutes, the cost of that, Adrienne, is going to be free.
Wow.
Free.
What a deal.
So you're going to call Shawn. Yeah. Sean's our booking agent now for
studios.
Our in-studio guests.
For radio show guests. And it's simple. You know what? Even if you have a business that's statewide and maybe you live on another island, we know a lot of people listen to this through their phone app or on the internet. And so you want to advertise your business, you can be a call-in guest from the outer islands. You know what? Wherever you're at and you're on a phone, let's say you're going to Vegas. You want to call us from Vegas because you got a business here in Hawaii. We'll interview you for a good 30 minutes on our show and help promote your business. Free.
So what's the best number, Shawn, for them to reach you at?
Best number would be 808-224-6414.
224?
6414.
6414.
All right. Could you guys share with us maybe like a recent success story that you've had with one of your clients or just with radio in general?
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. Well, not too long ago, actually, maybe about 2 months ago, the Hilton Hawaiian Village wanted to do a 2-week ad campaign to promote their Halloween special.
Yep.
And less than 2 weeks later, after the ad campaign started, they called me and said, "You need to get the spots off the air right now." I'm like, "What? Did we do something wrong?"
Yeah.
They go, "No, we're sold out."
Oh, wow.
We're sold out of rooms because of this promotion. So it was nice, just to help clients like that. They've been an ongoing customer of ours for many years, and they trust us, and especially me as a rep. So
yeah.
So what kind of call to action? I mean, obviously, like you can advertise on the radio, but you got to have some kind of a call to action, right?
So,
to get
what was their promotion?
It was a Halloween promotion that which included costume contests, special rates on Kamaina, and parties, and they had a lot of activities for the kids and families especially.
Yeah.
But the call to action is basically on the message, and that's really important for any advertiser.
Yeah.
To make as the message,
So do you guys help your clients come up with those call to actions and the messages, and craft the commercial if they're coming to you for services?
Well, it depends. I mean, like the bigger advertisers that work with an ad agency, they do come up with their own creative.
Yes.
But there's also local businesses here, the mom and pop stores, if you will. We help them with the creative, and we have all the resources here at iHeart Media, nationally and locally, that could help them.
Now, what I've learned is you got to run these. I don't know. This is how we treat marketing. You got to at least commit to it for a year.
Yeah.
Don't do this try kind stuff. Commit to it for a year. Track it. Be diligent about your tracking.
True.
And if it works, continue to do it, or expand upon it, because we know for a fact we've been doing this radio show for how long?
3 years.
Wow.
3 years.
Made 3 years.
Now we jumped right into a radio show, and that's maybe cost prohibitive for a small mom and pop, but you may want to start off with some spots, right?
and strategically placed. You can't have them playing at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Who's listening then, right?
Yeah, you're not going to get the most results out of that for sure.
Unless whatever you're like hangover remedies or something like that.
Well, speaking of alcohol, a success story. We had a what do you call an attorney advertised at a DUI attorney.
Oh, wow.
Advertised at 2 a.m. Which made a lot of sense.
That does. Yeah. That makes perfect sense.
So they're driving down the road,
right?
And they hit a commercial, and then the blue lights come on behind them. Perfect timing.
Right.
Or maybe at the checkpoint.
Yeah, and that's all he would run is commercials after midnight.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's coherent enough to get the phone number.
Yeah. Exactly. They got to repeat it like 98 times.
Right. Right.
So, what would you guys say are the biggest myths about radio and even just iHeart Media?
Yeah.
Rudy?
The biggest myths. Well, number one is that iHeart Media is the largest radio broadcast company in the nation. Or I might even say, safe to say, in the world.
Yeah.
As far as myth, radio is very intrusive.
Mm-hmm.
Like what we like to use here in Honolulu is a lot of people are stuck in traffic.
Yes.
Minimum half an hour, and so during the morning drive or afternoon drive, they're listening to the radio.
Yep.
They can't read, they can't read the paper, they can't watch television.
They might be reading the newspaper, but they're the ones that got into the accident that caused the traffic.
Right, exactly.
So newspaper readers while driving are good for radio.
Yeah.
They cause pileups.
So that's what we call a captive audience.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere for them to go.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I think if you're in newspaper sales, you might want to switch over to radio because, to be honest with you, I was at Jamba Juice this morning, and I just noticed that the newspaper, that a little newspaper stand, it's like small. Yeah. They reduced the size of the actual newspaper, not only in how thick it is, but the width.
So it's like a mini paper?
Yeah, it's like a mini paper. I was looking at it. I thought it was like like a local newspaper, like a Kapolei Reader or something like that, but it's the actually
Star Advertiser.
Star Advertiser. That thing is,
shrinking.
Well, the old joke is the neighbor went over to borrow a newspaper, and the guy's like, why are you getting your information that way? Here, borrow my iPad. The neighbor comes back with the iPad. It's all smashed to hell. And the neighbor's like, what the heck did you do? And he says, I don't know about reading the newspaper, but that fly didn't know what hit him. So the joke is that's what people are using newspapers for. I'm sorry if you're in the newspaper industry. But anyway.
That was good.
I'm going to have to use that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because people, radio is one of the last... a lot of people are doing what's called time shifting, even with TV. They got the DVRs and Netflix and all of that. With live radio, there are podcasts and things like that. But for listening to music and then hearing spots, you do have a captive audience. And
then you also have it on the iHeart Radio as well. So people can listen all over the world.
In office listening, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So I think that when we first started, it was funny. We got a call from someone who was in Texas. That they were in love with Hawaii. So they had all of the Hawaii stations programmed in on their iHeart Radio app.
Yeah.
So it was just like, you never know who's listening. They just through the internet technology.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I just had a meeting with the owner of Green Tea Hawaii this week.
Okay.
And one of his commercials, he's actually getting orders now from the mainland from people that are listening to our stations on iHeart Radio out there. So it's helping him expand his local market into a more of a national campaign.
Yeah, I don't think people don't realize. You think you're just advertising to people on Oahu, but you're advertising to people all over the world with the digital format and live streaming and the fact that people can get this information everywhere.
Well, something that we recently started to do was we turned our radio shows into a podcast. So we have on the Apple. You can look for
Go to
Team Lally.
iTunes.
Yep.
Go to iTunes, look for it there, and then you also just put that iPod app on your phone. You can subscribe to the Team Lally Radio Show podcast.
Yep.
What's cool about that app is it downloads the latest upload to your phone when you're near Wi-Fi, so it's not going to burn up your data usage. Once you listen to the show, it deletes it automatically so you don't blow up your storage capability on your phone. Highly recommend it. It's the purple one with the little microphone. That's the app.
All right, so Shawn, tell us a little bit about why did you recently got into radio? What made you make that shift?
Well, previous to that, I was in the telecommunication industry and didn't see it forever in that. And then I was talking with one of my neighbors who happens to be the VP of this company.
Okay.
And he told me, I like the way you talk. You present yourself well, and why don't you come in for an interview?
Mm-hmm.
Came in for a couple interviews, got a tour around the station, met everyone here, and it was a great fit. And it's honestly been the best job I've ever had. I absolutely love it here.
All right, so Monday morning, when you start making contact with everybody, same thing with you, Rudy, if you want to. If you know anybody that's not an existing client and they want to have a little, I call it like maybe dipping the toe into the water, not jumping in full on as far as radio advertising is concerned, we'll give them the opportunity to dip that toe in by being on the show for 30 minutes and just talk all about their business and promoting it. Then that show will be uploaded to the iPod, and they can go home and tell their friends and family they're on iTunes.
That's right. It's searchable. Like if you just put their name, it'll come up under our podcast.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are going to be on iTunes here.
Yep.
After we upload it.
Oh, can't wait.
So Rudi, how did you decide to have this career in radio? Tell us about it.
Oh my! I just kind of fell into it because actually I started in the hotel industry while I was going to college in Fresno, and I ran one of the nightclubs that was in the hotel, and we dealt with a lot of radio stations to promote the restaurant and the nightclub.
Mm-hmm.
And just out of the blue, one of the station managers was out there, and he asked me what was my goals after college, and I said, you know what, I was planning to go back to Hawaii after I got my degree and start there. And he goes, you know what, you ever thought about working for radio? And I'm like, never ever thought about it. So he goes, well, just give it a shot. Come on by the radio station, take a look. I'll give you a grand tour, and you can tell me what you want.
Yeah.
So anyway, make long story short, I ended up taking a job, and and the first year it was kind of tough, but because it was so brand new to me.
Mm-hmm.
And but I tell you what, after I got a taste of blood, making that first commission check, I said, "Geez, I mean, this is for me."
Yeah.
I mean, and it was very easy because you're accommodating your clients, basically like accommodating your guest in the hotel industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I found it very easy. It seemed natural for me. So, like I said, 25 years later, I'm still doing it. I got into management. I ran some TV radio stations in Monterey, California, before coming back to Hawaii. So, but like I said, great to be back home. That's for sure.
All right. So what are all the stations that you guys have coming out of these Dole Cannery studios?
We have 8 stations locally. We have Island 98.5, our biggest one being KSSK 92.3. We have 939 Jams, Star 101, and then we also have a newer station, which is it's an EDM, electronic dance music version. It's 99.1. We also have a KHVH, of course, KIKI, and we have our streaming station again, Rudi?
Our streaming station? Is it?
Yes, our streaming station.
Was it iHeart?
Yes, iHeart.
iHeart Radio.
I like that 99.1 one. What was that? Electronic, what'd you said?
Electronic dance music.
Electronic dance music. We're gonna when we host our next rave, we're gonna just have that station on.
Actually, I think there is a rave right next to our town office.
Oh yeah, I forgot what the name of the place is.
Do they still call it raves?
Yeah, we still call it raves.
Oh, okay. So I had to ask the young guy.
Yeah.
It might be called something different these days.
I mean, for the longest time, I didn't know what an EDM was.
Oh, yeah.
My kids have to explain it to me.
Yeah, they still call it raves.
Oh, gotcha. And in addition to all our eight radio stations, the advantage that you have by using our stations, we cover nearly 60% of the market.
Okay.
Yeah, so
plus,
that's huge.
So if you have a particular demographic that you want to hit, you just work together with Rudi and Shawn, and you guys will help figure out which station is going to be where their money's best spent.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's correct.
And I remember the time, I don't know, was it like, I don't know, what it was, a tsunami or a blackout or something like that. I think the only station that was going at that time was Perry and Price, right? And then everybody else was calling in and giving news reports in all the different languages. I distinctly remember that.
They're amazing. I mean, it doesn't matter when there's a statewide emergency.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what time it is, 2 o'clock in the morning, they're here.
They're dedicated.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. This is their life.
Yeah. They're like icons. You know, we got to have them on the show. We need to interview them.
What a great idea.
Well, I think that don't they have a show at the same time as us?
That's okay. They got to preempt their show and come on ours. play a recording.
There you go. We got to
Maybe
get.
we're going to do a live broadcast from their show.
Or, yeah, that's
we'll
a
be in
good
the audience.
All right. Well, I think it's time to take a quick break here. But thank you guys so much for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Attilio and Adrienne, thank you for having us.
Sure.
It was fun. But don't go too far. We have some open houses to talk about.
And coming soon inventory.
That's right.
Nice.
We went to them to sell our townhome there in Neva Beach. Didn't have any idea of what it was worth, what their asking price would be. Adrienne and Attilio came over, walked through the house, talked to us, and set the price. It was considerably higher than what I'd even imagined. They were very professional. They gave us ideas of how to make the house look better for the open houses and the video, and it sold fairly quick. I was surprised.
Oh, I got excellent results each time I worked with Team Lally. I worked with it twice and actually was a buyer the first time and a seller the second time, and both times I had stellar service. All of my questions were answered, and I never had a day where I could not contact them. They're always available. The best service I've ever encountered in the real estate world. I was in a situation where I was moving back to the mainland, and it was about 30 days before I needed to leave, and I called Adrienne and said, "Can you sell my place?" She said yes, and she got it done before I left.
I got more than I expected. They set the price very correctly. They set it higher than I expected, and we got offers over the asking. It was surprising to me. They knew the market that well. They had excellent marketing. For example, they had a typical open house on a Sunday afternoon. You'll have probably 5 groups of people come through, but their marketing was so excellent. For example, taking a video of the place instead of just still pictures. We had over 20 groups of people. We had only one open house. It was one Sunday. We had over 20 groups of people, and we had about 5 offers. And the lowest offer was asking price. All of them were over. In fact, we had an offer over asking price even before the first showing. When they came and viewed the property, they gave us the suggestions to what we need to do to make the house more marketable. And so just by following their advice, it worked. We had one showing, and it was all that was necessary. We had a number of offers, and we had to drop one offer to go to the second one. So having those multiple offers was a benefit.
They actually listen to you and care about your needs. They actually knew what we wanted and what we needed, and if we said this is what's going on with us, like they knew with our military status what was going on, and they were like, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. So they didn't give us heartache about the situation. They completely understand the military and what's going on with our lives. They looked out for our best interest. When we first went there, I mean, they weren't like, oh, we're going to make a buck and try and get you to market your house and sell it. They actually referred us to somebody to help rent our house out. And we talked to that lady extensively first before we even made our decision to market our house for sale. So, I mean, they're not there to just put your house on the market so they can make the money. They're actually there to help you make the right decisions for you.
Honestly, these days everyone's always trying to shove a house down your throat or, try to get you into something that you don't really want, especially car dealers and mostly realtors as well, because they're out trying to make money. But with Team Lally, it was a different experience because she and Attilio understood what me and my husband were looking to do and which house we were interested in, and they didn't try to pressure us to look at anything else. They were just understanding, and they said, okay, if this is the house that you want, then we'll wait it out and see what happens. So we got the house that we wanted. So they're very professional, very knowledgeable, very respectful, and just a delight to work with. Once I met them, they're really great people, so I liked them right away.
After I spoke with them, I was very comfortable. I would say that Team Lally is more professional. Also, they are more thorough. They provide more than just, their services are excellent. They'll provide you with other services. They keep you updated, let you know what's going on. I was never lost as far as knowing what went on, but every step of the way they kept in touch and let me know what's going on.
Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is, sorry, I was head bobbing with the music. This is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any real estate questions, you can reach us at 799-9596. That's 799-9596 or at teamlally.com.
Now, maybe you just want to know the meaning of life. That would be 799-9597. No, we don't have that number.
But you can.
That's probably like a taxi cab hotline or something.
You can still call us 799-9596, and we'll have a conversation with you.
You can call. I want a taxi ride, or they want to know the meaning of life.
You know what? We'll research that for them. We're all about customer service and helping in any way that we can.
Hey, speaking of TV commercials.
Were we speaking of TV commercials?
No, that's called like You just
like wanting to change the subject.
Segues can work in any way.
Okay.
At any time. They do not have to be interconnected. You just go.
Wait, is a Segway is like one of those things that you ride on?
Yep.
That too?
Yep.
So it has two meanings.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the one we're talking about.
So when you're talking with someone and you just want to change the subject, just go say, by the way, speaking of
Barbara Corcoran.
Oh, yes. Hey, Adrienne, did you know we have a new commercial?
Oh, you mean the one with Barbara Corcoran from Shark Tank?
That's the one. So tell our listeners, how did we meet Barbara?
So we were in Dallas a few months ago, and Barbara came out to speak at an event that we were at.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, she only takes a handful of speaking events a year.
No way.
Yes way. She was already booked, but she agreed to take just one more, which was the one that we were at.
You know, what was cool is she was going to go speak in the main event. We got invited to a small session prior to the main event. We got to meet her in person.
Yeah, so that meeting sparked a new partnership, which led to her endorsing us during the Shark Tank show.
Yeah, so I think it's Fridays. Do you remember what time?
Fridays at 8 o'clock.
Watch for the Barbara talking about us during one of the breaks.
We're also on Tuesdays on cable.
Cool.
Shark Tank is on Tuesday cable. All right, so a little bit about Barbara.
Barbara, you know, she's ponied up personally, her personal money and invested, at the time of this information, 22 businesses. I'm sure it's more since then.
She's got a new book called Shark Tales, which takes you behind the scenes of her life and business and Shark Tank.
All right, so Barbara is described as brash, blunt, bold, courageous, and a brilliant identifier of opportunity and talent.
We've met her personally, and she's a take it or leave it lady, a kind of here I am person.
Hey, so check out our Facebook fan page, teamlallyhawaii.com. Find out why Barbara Corcoran from Shark Tank loves Team Lally.
All right, so we have some of our team, some of our talented team members. So
speaking of open houses,
yes.
See that segue? You see how I use that?
Well, I wanted to be speaking of talents. We have some talented team members.
Speaking of talented open houses.
Yes. Yeah, so who's there on the line?
I think it's Kaylee.
Is that Kaylee on the line, or is it Kaylin?
It is Kelly.
Hello. Right. So where will you be at this weekend?
Tell us
tomorrow.
More.
Tell us.
So tomorrow I'll be sitting at 2437 Na'ai Street. It's in Kalihi. It's a beautiful home. I'll be sitting with our awesome agent Ray. Welcoming to the team. Yes. We'll be sitting at an 8-bedroom, 3-bath, single-family home with over 2,600 square feet of living space.
Wow.
This home is it's a lot over 5,000 square feet and includes gorgeous mountain views and large driveway area to park several cars. So this is a great property for a large ohana. You know, when you have parties come over, everybody can have some place to park.
Yep.
And this home is currently listed at $550,000.
Wow. For such a big home.
Our open house will be this Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. So anybody that's passing by, please come by and visit, see this lovely home.
All right. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So we actually have, I think, Ray.
Ray or
Ray's on the line. He's actually going to be out there at Na'ai Street with Kaylee E.
All right, Ray. Tell us the good news.
The good news is I started a new career with Team Lally.
Congratulations. We're excited to have you as part of the team.
And I'm super excited about this open house tomorrow in Kalihi.
Tell us more about it.
It's a huge house, beautiful pictures. I'm excited to see it. I haven't seen it in person yet.
Yep.
But tomorrow will be the first day. We're going to actually talk to all the neighbors and actually visit and say hi. Come on down and check it out.
All right, so if you see somebody knocking on your door And a pretty tall guy named Ray. He doesn't have Girl Scout cookies. He is just inviting you to their open house.
So tomorrow from 2 to 4, and it's what is the address again? One more time.
It's 2437 Naai Street, if I pronounce that correctly.
Yes,
Perfect.
that's correct.
Okay.
We gave you the street with the minimal amount of vowels.
Yes.
Naai Street.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
I have
that.
trouble with the street names still, Ray. So no
Yes.
worries.
You should have seen the time we had that open house on Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Wa'a Pua'a. Nobody could pronounce it or find it.
I believe it. I have my cousin from New York actually listening to the show. She's very excited too.
Good.
Awesome.
Hello, cousin.
All right.
Her name.
Well, thanks.
All right.
Thanks,
What's her
Ray.
no? What's her name, Ray?
Her name's Amanda DeLuce.
Hello, Amanda DeLuce.
Amanda, go visit Ray tomorrow over on Naai Street.
You just increased our listener base by 2.
Nice. Sweet.
All right. Have a great weekend, Ray. Thanks
All right.
for calling in.
All right.
No problem. Bye bye.
Thank you. All right. So we got Kaylin.
We got Kaylin on the line. Are you there, Kaylin?
Yes, I'm here. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
All right. Tell us the good news.
Yeah, come on by and see me. It's going to be only the second open house. If you are familiar with the Pearl Ridge area, I'm going to be at Colonnade on the Greens. It's an awesome, large 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and 2 parking, which is a premium in the area, anybody who knows. It's over 1,033 square feet interior, plus a little bit of outdoor space for $415,000. So come on by. It's fee simple, 2 parking, over 1,000 square feet. 98715 Eho Place. It's Colonnade on the Greens, and those of you who are not familiar with the building, this one has really resort-like amenities. It has a clubhouse, exercise room, a rec room, security, all those tennis courts. So it's a super nice view, good price point with 2 parking.
Yeah, this the kitchen alone, I think they spent like
24,000.
Yeah, it's like this, like a gourmet kitchen, like something you would see in, like I think a real high-end type home.
Or Cupcake Wars.
Or Cupcake Wars.
No,
Granite
Owner loves to make
countertops
cupcakes.
and lots of space to work and cook and bake cupcakes or
Yes.
cook Thanksgiving dinner.
It's a really nice kitchen. It's a kitchen you'd see in a single-family home, but it's in a condo, so it's pretty amazing.
And also the unit, it's on the top floor. I think it's like
or 12th floor maybe.
Which floor is this one on, Kaylin?
Let's see. It's 41501. It looks like.
Yeah. So anyway, it's on one of the
high
upper
floor.
floors. Beautiful view. Don't believe us. Check out that video tour of the property. But even better, go see.
See Kaylin tomorrow.
Kaylin.
See it in person. What time?
Yep.
What time will you be there tomorrow, Kaylin?
I will be on Eho Place in Pearl Ridge, Colonnade on the Greens, Sunday tomorrow from 2 to 5 p.m. So come and visit, and let's discuss this property. You can take a look at the beautiful views and the 2 parking over 1,000 square foot for only $415.
Yes.
Wow, what a price.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Kaylin. Go visit her
Okay, have
tomorrow.
a great day, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you.
All righty.
All right. So we just have a few seconds left here in our show. You want any last words for our listeners?
I'll give you some last words from Tony Robbins. I don't know if you know him. He's one of them little, unknown motivational speakers. And he says you need to have 3 things in your life to have success. Number 1, you need to take a look at how you perceive things. Are you perceiving them as worse than they are or what they actually are? You need to take action on those things. And I forgot what the number 1 is, but we're going to have to tell you on the next show.
You know, I have a number 3 thing for you.
Sure, go ahead.
There's roller derby today.
Did you say roller derby?
There's roller derby today at the Hideaway Club.
Well, you got a couple seconds to tell them about it.
Yeah, so go check it out from, I think, like 4 till 7. The Rainbow League is going to be out there celebrating their 1 year.
Go Bows!
That's right. So go
Hideaway Club, Barbers Point.
Go check out the scrimmage. It'll be a lot of fun. All right. Well, thank you for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Denise Kaehu with Hawaii Escrow and Title.
Gabe Amey and Jim Owens of Hawaii VA Loans.
Mike Metz with Combine Termite and Pest Control.
Bradley Maruyama of Allstate Insurance.
Marcelo Teixeira with Spots Cleaning and Maintenance.
Jody Tonga and Derek Tonga of Pacific Rim Mortgage.
David Kane with Kane and Heron, the attorneys with Hart.
Kim and Tony Green with TK Green Home Inspections.
If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, go to teamlally.com.
We also want to give a big thank you to Jessica, our producer here in the studio.
Choo!
And make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life forever.
This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
Sold Program! If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price and your time frame, we'll have it bought for cash. Thanks, Adilio!